Yes guys, it's Spencer from LMS Motors. Today we've got a special one for you. As you just saw from a glimpse right here, we are talking about this brand new 2021 M3 Competition. Let's get straight into it. So first off, the styling of this car. A lot of people are very Marmite about this front bumper and new grille, but I think because of the front plate, it kind of separates it and it's not so in your face, but I think it works perfectly with these little indents in the bonnet, and these indents actually follow all the way back onto this carbon roof. I'll tell you what guys, I love the styling of this thing. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments. So this is the rear wheel drive version of the M3 Comp. I'll be taking out for a spin in a minute, but I've had to come out here just to give you guys a better look at the styling of it. I want to get your guys' opinion. 503 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Inline 6, S58 engine. LMS have put the best of the best when it comes to the tyres. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's all round. Got his massive 6-pot red calipers, and surrounding those calipers are the typical M Sport wheels, which I personally love, and I'm glad they've kept it on this car because I think it suits it very, very well. As you can see, we've got the drone up in the air, but don't you worry about that. This being the competition, does have a bumping horsepower, as I mentioned. Comes standard 500 brake in this competition version. The non-competition is 467 brake. Right now this car is available at LMS Motors, retailing for around 74 grand. I'll leave the full spec list in the description, as well as the price and everything you guys need to know. One of my favourite things about this rear end is this massive diffuser, because it's such an aggressive look. This car also comes with like these built-in canyards and like almost like built-in skirts. We're going to get into the interior right now. I'm going to show you some of the special little features that it comes with. So straight away, on the inside, you are greeted straight away with this beautiful virtual cockpit, which actually changes depending on what mode you have it in as well, which is really cool. Dotted around the interior, you'll see loads of this carbon trim, from the dash to the steering wheel to these carbon paddles, which actually come with a rubber backing as well. One of my favourite things about this car is this new entertainment system. It comes with some really cool features I'll show you in a second. You can configure your own M modes here, so you can set the engine, transmission, chassis, steering, everything you want, how much traction you want, to whatever you want, and you can set that to these little buttons on the steering wheel right here. So if you want to switch modes really quick, you just give it a little click of the thumb and you're straight into M2, and obviously that depends on what your M2 is. So right now we'll be full comfort. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it also comes with a pop-up display, and this is one of my favourite things. It has a drift analyzer, so you can bust a drift. It actually rates your drift, gives you the time of drift, the angle, everything you need to know about your drift. It comes up on here, which is really, really cool. Down in the center console, you've got this beautiful M3 badge, and surrounding that you've got this multimedia function here. This shift knob, once again dotted around the car, you've got this blue and red stitching everywhere on the seat belts, the steering wheel as well. Blue and red stitching dotted around the car. Got a heated steering wheel. It's on right now. I'll tell you what, this is perfect for this cold weather. In here we also have climate control. Also got HARMAN KARDON speakers. And check out these seats guys, illuminated M3 seats. And I'll tell you what, these seats hold you in beautifully, and they're really, really comfy. You proper sink into them. This M3 badge actually lights up, which is a nice little feature. In the back we have rear climate control, wireless charger down in the center console, and check out that. Look at the carbon trim. Absolutely gorgeous. Obviously got a push to start feature. You have a valved exhaust as well. We'll get into exhaust clip in a bit. 360 camera, there is Sam, my fellow colleague. Shout out Sam, SJ Visuals, on the drone shots which you've seen in this video. This being a 2021 car, obviously you're gonna think it's quite hard to actually get around, but I learned this interior within about 5 minutes. It's very simplistic and it's very driver focused once again. As you can see from my POV right now, we'll get into a POV drive in a bit. We're gonna be doing a separate video of a POV drive, so it's just raw clip, all exhaust notes. It's gonna be sick. But this car is very, very driver focused. Everything is pointed towards the driver. You've got a lot of ambient lighting dotted around the car as well, from under here, on the doors, down in the footwells, and under here as well. This car revs up to a whopping 6,500 RPM, actually just over, around about 6,750 in fact. So obviously here on the side of the seats you can move and adjust your seat, and you actually can set it to whatever you want. You've got adjustable bolsters here on the side as well, as you can see from this little logo here, little bolster logo, and you can actually set it to whatever you want. So right now if I put it back to 1, it's going to move to whatever I set that position in. Standard, this car comes with privacy glass on the rear windows and the back end as well. Obviously this being a newer car and a very clean, low mileage car, this comes with PPF. If you know what PPF is, it's paint protection film, so if you get any stone chips in the common areas, it's protected already for you right here. And obviously if you do get stone chips around this common area, it's easily replaceable and it's a lot more cheaper than replacing your whole wing. A lot cheaper than getting a full respray as well. If you click driver information, you can also check your journey data, which gives you your miles per gallon. As you can see, we're averaging around 25, which is actually pretty good. Your sports displays, which checks your temperatures, your turbo boost, your newton meters, and your horsepower, and your G as well, which is cool, and your energy flow. Hopping inside the car now, guys, just to drive. I'm currently in the comfiest settings possible on this car, and I'll tell you what, this thing is proper silent when you want it to be, I should say. Right now I want it to be because I'm in an open area, you know, I'm not planning on speeding or any of that nonsense. But I'll tell you what a place to be. The steering wheel feel fits perfectly in your hand, and these paddles as well. The little grip at the back, it feels proper race car. This engine as well, I feel quickly whack it to sport now, drop 2 gears. The gearbox being a torque converter gearbox, it's surprisingly quite quick. And it, whoa, I'll tell you what, puts you back in these comfy seats as well. It almost feels dual clutch. It's weird. It says torque converter online, I'm not sure. It probably is. I'll tell you what, whatever they've done, it feels amazing. And the manual shifting is super responsive. Wow. This engine is so smooth, I must say. Such a smooth car. This being the rear wheel drive version, the back end is a bit twitchy. I'm currently in the comfiest settings now. Now I'm going to configure it to my M1, which is a little bit more sporty. I've got Sports Plus all the way up, everything all the way up. I could, woof. You can hear the little burbles from the exhaust as well. Wow. Whack it back into drive. Back into my number 2 configuration. I feel like I'm driving a taxi. It's so comfy, and it's not actually massive. It's a really long car, but it's actually, you know, it feels no bigger than your average. It feels no bigger than your average saloon car, really. A little bit of an open road here. Wow, the response. I'm not going to get over that. This inline 6 twin turbo. Wow. What a beast. What an absolute beast of a car. Fuel consumption is obviously not so great. If you're feathering it around, you're going to be getting anywhere from 25 to around 30 to the gallon if you're really fairy footing it. But even worse, if you're in sports, if you're in your sporty modes and you're giving it a little belt and having a bit of a play with it, you're going to be fighting it because it's rear wheel drive. But not only that, you're only getting about 15 max, possibly. There's currently a moped doing wheelies behind me. Yeah, man. And I've just noticed we've got an auto stop start feature as well. If I take my foot off the brake, it starts back up and starts moving. Very handy if you want to save some fuel. The chassis as well also feels very stiff, as well as the suspension. I'm currently in the comfiest settings. It's still quite stiff, but it feels very responsive and planted. So let's just switch that now back to our sportiest setting. Yeah, this thing, even being rear wheel drive, it feels like it's on rails. It feels like it should be on train tracks. The exhaust setup is so fruity. I can tell right now it's very restrictive. I'll tell you what. Wow. What a car. Sounds so good. I'm only giving it 50%. And it wants to throw me back in my seat. Being rear wheel drive, I thought I was going to be squirreling everywhere. You can feel it wanting to twitch, but it still gives me confidence. It really doesn't feel like it wants to kill me. I've driven some rear wheel drive cars in the past, and most of them just want to kill you. This also comes with an LSD as standard. That might help because it's sending power to both wheels. wow, the response, the turbo kicks in straight away as well. Drop the foot, drop the pedal about 50%, the turbo is there instantly. I test drove an RS3 last week, and put your foot down, it'll take literally about half a second until you actually go in anywhere. But this, right away. Obviously there is the tiniest bit of lag, but it's really unnoticeable. If you guys want this car, make sure you come down to LMS, because this one is gonna get sold straight away, 100%. So by the time you watch this video, check out our website, check out all the other cars. I'll tell you what, we've got some monsters in right now. All these cars that we sell come with warranty, so if you want to check out more information about that, make sure you check out the website. Everything you need to know about this car and about LMS is on the website and in the description as well. Obviously it's not a super loud exhaust. The valves are currently open right now, but I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I personally think it sounds better on the inside. Let's get into manual real quick. Wow! Why do I feel like, I could be wrong, but it sounds like there's something coming through the speakers. I don't know if it's like a fake DSG fart kind of thing, but I can hear something coming through the speaker. I could be completely wrong. It fully sounds like it's coming from the inside. Guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this car, make sure you come down to LMS and check it out. If you want to see all our other videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're pretty new to YouTube at the minute, so make sure you subscribe, show us some love. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, and I'll end you on this note. Whoa! What a car! See you later.